We back again for another show. And guess what we're gonna talk about? I have no idea what we're gonna talk about this show, man. But I'm very sure we can figure it out real quick. But thank you all for who tuned in for the last show, and I thank you all for who watched it after the live show, which was cool too. And you know, appreciate the support. Anything you want to say? This is a live show.
Oh, hey guys. I just want to share. Actually, I couldn't even hear nothing because we was talking so loud, like just in my ears, I couldn't hear nothing.
Let me see. I gotta share it right quick.
Man, what to talk about? Because I got some, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I got some stuff to talk about, but you trying to be nice, and like, you don't want to like offend no people.
Man, but sometimes it gotta be said. Like, I don't be man.
So, like, I was watching.
You can't be nice to everybody. Like, you be nice to the people you like for real, and then after that, it is what it is.
That's true. I would like, you know, you like watch people live, like when people go live with everything. Like as soon as they go live, I'm like, what's up, live?
Mm-hmm.
And then this bitch and this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just start talking right away for anybody get in there, for anybody is listening.
Are you trying to say we can't? You can't start it yet. You gotta wait till.
Well, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just like to, you know what I'm saying, wait until people.
Oh, that's cool. Thank y'all. Thank you, Ms. Johnson, for tuning in.
Like, you can't open it?
Yeah.
So you don't know how to work his own house. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, like people going live, man.
You gonna watch me struggle?
I feel like I just don't know it, man. Like, I feel like people that go live and they just be crazy out here. Like reality TV. Reality TV is so part of reality these days that they'll be making, like, how do I put this, man? Just because you can go live, I mean you should. But I mean, we do a live show, so I get it. And I ain't saying that you shouldn't either. Like, but you're not like a celebrity. You're not getting paid to put your business out there like these famous people that I watch on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like why are you doing this? Like, why are you being extra for the internet? I just don't understand it. Like, do you think that they go be like, oh, your live was crazy like that, so you should come be on this show with us? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be the next Love and Hip Hop or whatever the show is. Is that a show? Is that a real show? Love and Hip Hop?
Like, it's like 4 different versions. New York, Atlanta, LA, maybe Miami. Maybe.
Well, just, whatever. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, oh, your Facebook Live was crazy. So, we feel like you should come do this show. Like, we feel like you should be the next contestant, or I don't know what they are. I don't really
Somebody said that?
Shows. No. I'm just speaking on how people go live or whatever. It typically be live because it's something simple and easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
But she in her late 20s though.
And they're trying to do a reality show?
To say in her late 20s. But yeah. No, not trying to do a reality show, but just being super extra, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the internet. Like, just like, and I'm like, what is the goal of that? Like, do you, like, so we. Like
Wendy Williams? That type of extra?
What's her, like, she got a show.
Well, yeah, but earlier in her career, she was on the radio, and she was, like, somebody would come on the show and she'd, like, air out, like, personal business that may be true or may not be true.
I got you.
That's why 50 be going in on it. Like,
but that's still that's funny. But that's still a show. Like, that's still a goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Her goal is to be a radio person or to have her own TV show. Or our goals are our goals. You know what I'm saying? But when you just go live and you just, you know what I'm saying, just airing out your business just for no reason, or when you what do you think is going to happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this ain't even no racial thing, because I'm sure everybody do it and be, you know, crazy. Like, if your goal is to be famous, then
you've been famous basically degrading others and yourself at the same time.
Yeah, like, fuck the other, like, just shit. Like, what about yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that people do to themselves, as far as like the way you've been making yourself look out here or whatever. And don't get me wrong, like, I'll be the first to tell people that I don't care what people think about me. Like, but also, when I put myself out there, I also ain't like, and don't speak on it either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I dare, like, I already do this show and have all this, not, you know, stuff I don't consider controversial, but people might, stuff I say about white people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I didn't do that, and they're like, oh yeah, and don't call me out on nothing either, or when I say fuck Steve Harvey, it ain't like I'm like, and don't, you know what I'm saying, don't defend Steve Harvey either. Like, I'm putting it out there for that reason, you know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you disagree with me, or
say something,
you think the approach should be different, or whatever,
don't be like sneaking around.
Well, yeah, well,
and watch it, say something. Then I'm gonna prove my points.
Right, exactly.
Then you can prove your points,
right?
And then it should be over with.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's having a dialogue, and they ain't me just shutting down. Like, so if I did this, I'm like, and don't tell me nothing about, like, don't mention white people, even though I said something about white people or whatever.
Right.
Like, that's stupid. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you're gonna put it out there, you're gonna put yourself out there, you're gonna put your business out there, like, and somebody comment on it. Like, don't get mad when somebody have a difference of opinion, or when somebody nigga, like, nigga, you stupid for putting your name out there, or putting yourself out there, or putting your family in danger, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
See,
this is stupid.
Like, people let words affect them too much. Just because somebody say something, you know, you get all in your feelings. Like, I mean, it's really not even that serious. And it's not like, I'm trying to think of a time we might have said something that probably wasn't true, but it's hard for me.
That we said that wasn't true?
Yeah, that probably wasn't true, but I can't really think of it. Like, we might say some things that's true, and, you know, people don't agree with it, or they might find it offensive. Like, nigga, everybody gonna find something offensive about anything that you say. Like,
exactly.
Let's say, I'm a Christian, and, you know, there's somebody else from another religion, and just because I believe in this, you get offended because you don't think that's true. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It can go on for days about what somebody could be offended about. That's why.
Yeah. And we say, you know what I'm saying, and anybody that know that this is our opinion about, you know what I'm saying, stuff that y'all want to talk about, stuff that we want to talk about, or whatever. Like, it's our show, it's our opinions about whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So nothing that we say is fact unless we say, like, this is a fact, like, that Steve Harvey don't have no charities in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Unless we say shit like that.
See, you know, but also I noticed, okay, let's say we say something about like Steve Harvey, like somebody, you know, that's famous or whatever. Like, people look up to them like they untouchable, like they a god basically. Yeah. Like, nothing can be
like they ain't just a person
said wrong about them. You know what I mean?
They get smacked out here in big suits.
Right. This is a
I'm
true.
Speaking generally speaking, of course.
This is a true state. This is a true statement. He said. You know, while he on set, he don't want nobody to, you know, say hello to him, speak to him or whatever. I can understand. Okay, you don't want to be taking all the pictures. If that's you, you know what I'm saying. If you don't want to be taking pictures, but
this is not advertisement. I just want to make sure that no one sees.
But somebody can't even, you know, somebody can say, "Hey, how you doing?" Walking past the hall, like, it's crazy to me.
Yeah. And then, so since they said this generation of people are super opinionated and super sensitive. Man, that's huge. That's huge. And like what's one of the first things that your parents teach you when we was kids, right? You'd be like, what's that? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. Like, nigga, that, like, when did people stop teaching that to their kids? Like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? like, so everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, like, people talk about the participation generation where everybody get a trophy and all this stuff. Like, everybody, you know what I'm saying, my bad, kids soft and all this stuff. Like, nigga, I just don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. How you let somebody say something like their words and just get you all out of flux. You know what I'm saying? Like, for saying something, like, they ain't threaten you, or maybe they did threaten you, but they ain't physically like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you said was some words, and you're like, I can't. I just have to commit now, or whatever. And not even taking suicide lightly or anything like that, but the number is ridiculous for stuff that people are saying opposed to something that's going on, like bullying. You know, fine. Like, I like whatever. Like, kids getting bullied, you know what I'm saying, physically, and you end up hurting yourself or something. All right, I'll give you the pass, I suppose. I don't really, but I'll give you the pass. But, like, for all this cyberbullying and stuff that people are saying, like, words, and they like, oh, I got to kill myself or something. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just this whole internet, as all the benefits for having the internet, man, all the great stuff, but then
downfalls, like, as well.
Man, you make people like Tasay said, super opinionated and super sensitive at the same time. Everybody got an opinion, but nobody want to say it because everybody else, they don't want to step on everybody else's opinion. Like, but it's your opinion. Like, nobody's telling you how to have your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So this generation, it just make people soft, and then also having the internet just make people, try to get the quick fame, the quick success, or the success that they see on TV because they got a platform. Because everybody got a platform, which is cool. Like, because of that, we got some great music and some people that ain't stifle their creativity and blah blah blah. But at the same time, it creates these animals, man. These wild fucking animals out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because of the internet, like, everybody has it. Okay, rap or any type of music is so easy to get into now, just because of the internet. Like, you don't even have to have a major backing to get a buzz, and then once you get that buzz, then you get signed because you already got fans. You come in, instead of building your fans from the label, you know, building that for you. You already coming into it,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's much easier to do it. I mean, but you see the people who like, you know, the niggas who ain't talking about nothing when they rapping type music are usually, you know, young kids that just want to have fun because that's the type of music they making.
Yeah.
You know, they talking about, hit, having sex with woman raw, doing drugs, getting drunk, like all stupid, dumb shit that don't mean nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what the music is. That's what the music is about.
And I hate when people are like, oh, I know we kind of running through some stuff. So whatever y'all want to talk about or stop on, just let us know. But like, that's where kind of music, like just the different music take place. You know what I'm saying? Like, so think about rap or whatever. Think about when they said, like, when rap first started, it was talking about how lame it was to do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Then it went from that to, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I gotta sell drugs to help my family. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like, I'm just trying to do it to get out of the streets or to make a better way. And then it went to, like, you know what I'm saying? I sell drugs and I like to sell drugs. Like trap music, I like drugs. I like to sell drugs because I can get on this way. Now it's like, nigga, give me all the drugs. Nigga, I'll take all the drugs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of crazy. So let me see. So Janelle said raping. Bullying is bullying flat out, I'm assuming. It's not cool at all. Kids killing themselves over bullying. Even in rapping, it's bullying.
Well, okay. The cyberbullying is let's say like stupid, like these stupid young niggas. These stupid young kids. You know, get a picture of a girl. One of their classmates naked and send it to the whole school. Then that girl ended up killing herself because she
embarrassed
or whatever.
Yeah.
So. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, stuff like that. As far as cyberbullying, that's not even words. That's just an action, which you can do with the internet.
But it's like, and don't get me wrong, like I know we didn't have all this stuff like when we was younger or whatever. So like, but I still feel like parents are not mentally preparing their kids for life like our parents did, like their parents did, or whatever. And I know some of that is the fact that stuff is so accessible, information is so accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember, like when cops was killing niggas all the time, and it was like, so like white people teach their kids to respect police or whatever. Like, and black parents teach their kids to survive police. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to fucking survive, to come home. You know what I'm saying? And not to respect them because they're respecting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's shit that we still should be teaching our kids today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's stuff that, like, just that, like, just along the same lines of stuff that's not taught to kids today, like it was taught back in our day and earlier. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, like, kids are not mentally as tough as we were or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So you think? I don't know. I don't think that stopped though. You think it stopped?
If it didn't stop, it slowed down tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Because think about the music. You know what I'm saying? Think about the music side of, you know what I'm saying, how people talk. You know what I'm saying? Think about all the videos you see people doing wild, disrespectful stuff to their parents or grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Or hitting, like, dude, like, what's the fascination with dudes hitting girls like these days? Like,
you see this? Did you? I can't remember if you said this,
this is fucking getting out of hand.
Did you see the dude? Or the girl, she did a prank on her boyfriend, and she said, "I don't want to be with you no more." And he immediately got up and started punching her.
No, I didn't see that, but that's
crazy.
That's crazy though. Like, that's another thing. Like, I don't understand that either. But you know what I'm saying. But just that's crazy. Like, no, I didn't see that, but that's crazy.
He said, she don't have any bruises or anything. She was fine. Like,
I don't know.
But then they say, but then they stay with him.
Yeah, that's stupid too. Like, I'm not cutting her off the hook, but like, I just don't like. It just seems like an uptick in videos about dudes hitting girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that either. But just in general, man. Like, I don't understand.
Hold on, you probably can't even. You probably only hear me.
Right. Can y'all hear us? Cool.
Yeah, but if it's facing more this way, then it'll still hear you, but not
as clear. And I talk all over. But I don't know. I just feel like, man, like, parents slacking somewhere. So I don't know if it's necessarily in the discipline, you know what I'm saying, or if it was in. I always think about, when I think about discipline, I think about the story you talked about your dad the one time. You talking about when you told your mom that she wasn't gonna clean your room and shit. Your dad was away, and then he came home like, "Oh, you can clean your room, huh?" You know what I'm saying? No, it's just every time I think about it, it's a hilarious story.
But then at the same, okay.
But what I was just saying, so I don't know if it's in the discipline that they're lacking or just the mental preparation for life that's lacking. But either way, parents.
Now, if we talking specifically urban youth, then we already know just by statistics and facts that the family structure isn't there, period. So the family structure isn't there. You got kids that's 10 years old that's basically grown because
they gotta be.
They gotta be. So I mean, they miss the whole nurturing of growing up and being taught or being told, like, don't do this because I already did this and this would be a bad decision. Not instead of that, they gotta go through things themselves and then learn
it.
Every lesson on their own. So
I agree with that. I agree and I understand that. But at the same time, that was also an epidemic in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, the early 90s, late 80s, you know what I'm saying?
Think about it now. Like, I mean,
so you think, and I'm asking y'all too. I'm asking him, but I'm asking y'all. Janelle, I ain't forgot about your question. So you think, or do y'all agree with, that? So because in the late 80s, 90s, you had kids that was raised without dads or whatever, right? And then those kids grew up and became dads, and let's say they was missing too. So you feel like it's like 2 generations
Yes.
of destroyed family
Yes.
family units, and that's why we are where we at today, as far as behavioral
Yes.
entitlement, shit like that.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what y'all think.
But like, I mean, he probably said this like 10 shows ago, but we didn't get into it like the Willie Lynch theory.
Yes.
So I
No,
mean,
and that is a generational thing. Like
Yeah.
that's like the whole program of that was to, all right. So you got this group of people that are slaves that are not now free.
mhm.
So they're going to be expecting this and they're going to be expecting this. But before they even get to that level, let's destroy them from the inside out now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when, crack came around, it was just a replay of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, put this in the neighborhood, and this is how we're going to destroy them from the inside out. So you want to destroy the people that's using the drugs. Then you want to arrest the people that's selling the drugs. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to have families turning on each other because you have people selling it to their family members. You know what I'm saying? It's completely destroyed like the family unit. I completely agree with that. Let me get to the comments. So Janelle said, "What about these challenges on YouTube? Like, what do you mean? Like what challenges?
Tide Pod,
Like
Tide Pod challenge.
yeah, like stuff, but stuff
or
like that.
set himself on fire challenge.
Like look, like you want to know the wildest?
Or I don't know, some YouTube like
you know the wildest challenge
know
that we
for sure.
had for people our age, like when we was younger. You know the wildest thing we had was the cinnamon challenge, right? Like, I was like 21, 22 or something like that when the cinnamon challenge came out. For those of y'all that don't know, you take a spoonful of cinnamon and you try to swallow it, right?
Not happening.
First off, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? And then, but that's it. That was the extent of our challenges. You know what I'm saying? But like, what person? Like, nigga, we never had a shots of the. It wasn't like what is the powder detergent challenge?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? When you try to swallow detergent, like why do it feel like you got to tell kids? Like we made a company put something on a package that said "Do not eat." Like why would you have to tell kids "Do not eat this"? Like these kids are.
Look, I mean,
some words, man.
Look, the brain doesn't stop growing. Well into what they said, like 21, 22, 23, 25, something like that.
Like 25 is when it stopped growing.
And I think like just thinking about life step by step, I can think like
I got smarter as
I was thinking about all the dumb stuff I was on.
But how many people had to tell you not to eat soap?
Nah.
Like soap, like eating soap or getting your mouth washed out with soap used to be a punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like for cussing or whatever. Like a punishment. Like these kids doing it for entertainment.
Especially
that insane.
Tide Pod type of soap
it's super constant. Like you gonna die. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
worst of the worst.
Like I just don't understand. Like you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like these parents don't be like, hey, I mean, and I'm wrong. Like if I was a parent, I wouldn't feel like I would have to say this shit either. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, kid, don't eat soap. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like I would have to say it. Mm-hmm. But if these kids not mentally able to understand that you shouldn't eat soap, then we got way bigger problems than just that. Let me see. So Janelle said, no, parents need to pay more attention to their kids' social media, pay attention to what the kids do and watch online. I agree with that. Even before internet, parents need to pay attention to their kids, especially. But I think it's more important now because we don't have that sense of community like around the neighborhood that we used to talk about. So when your kid's doing something out of control, that Miss Johnson down the street ain't looking out for your kid, mm-hmm. or Mr. Roberts on the other street ain't looking out for your kids or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more important than ever. You know what I'm saying? And then when you just let them out here do whatever. But I still think that boils down to if you tell your kid, like give them the confidence, give them the mental fortitude to know, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying just trust them, but let them know, like, you know what I'm saying? This is shit you definitely don't do. This is shit you do. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand that there's going to be some middle ground, some stuff you're going to have to learn on your own. I understand that, but like, mm-hmm. these are the stuff that you don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. And then, of course, there's going to be some overlap. Like, they're going to do some of that stuff. Like, but to go all the way left or whatever is just crazy. Like I don't understand it, and I feel like the parents is not preparing their children like they used to.
Like, but then I seen Janelle say something. She said,
"What's a Momo challenge?"
That little that Asian artist drew that like bird that looked like a mom or whatever. But
the face, the weird face or whatever.
Then somebody dubbed the. I said dub like
soap.
No, like dub a tape.
Oh, dub a tape. You old nigga.
But they did the voiceover and the thing. They told the kids to go grab a knife and daddy shed and cut yourself or some shit. The kids was doing it, I guess.
Kids retarded, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand it.
But I mean, kids are impressionable. Like, you can basically tell a kid to do damn near anything.
But now, yes, but kids always been impressionable though. You know what I'm saying?
And it's never gonna stop just because they're not smart enough to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But also, like, we was impressionable too. But we didn't have to be told not to eat soap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have to be told not to set yourself on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have to be told this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think what type of stuff we had to be told like not to do. I'm sure it was a lot.
They can stay out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sell drugs, but if you do, I can't really say nothing because it's in the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was never like a don't stay out late thing. Not for me. I think for like my sister it was.
Yeah, because you're a guy. Like, see, women know.
Yeah, not saying you gotta be. Right.
Like, I seen somebody at this nigga. First of all, sideburns went like this on his face, and he had glasses on, just looking like a straight rapist in the club.
Oh, Stevie J face.
Just standing there this whole time, just looking at every woman that came by, just looking like.
And take something home tonight.
But like Janelle said, she said, you know, if the parent's not together, then you got a co-parent. But it's hard to co-parent if, you know, your the mother of your child or vice versa got a grudge against you because you ain't with them no more.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true. But even I'm just trying to draw the parallels of even with that, right? It's been hella single moms. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In the inner city, out of the inner city, like from, like I said, the late '80s, early '90s, or all of the '80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been countless single moms. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, nigga. That don't mean that everybody with single parent ate fucking soap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like it's just not like, just certain stuff we didn't have to be told, and I don't understand why. Why? I watched. We was the generation that started. Like, we grew up without the internet, and then when we was about the age where we started getting freedom, like I was like in middle school. Like, that's when like computers and internet and Newgrounds and all this stuff started popping up. Like, so like we was like the first generation to really grow up with computers and stuff, right?
I was told not to send your personal information on a chat line.
ASL, like, nigga, none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's stuff that we was told because it was like something new to everybody, right? And nigga, the very first video I ever watched on the internet was the they call him Bruce Leroy, the dude with the afro to do the flip, but he missed and smacked his face on the ground. He get with the nunchuck, still trying to swing it. It's one of the funniest videos of all time.
I remember. I don't think I've seen that, but is this the real?
It's just a nigga with an afro, and he be all smug at the camera, so he could do a backflip, but he missed. Like, he missed the landing, smack his face on the ground, and he get up, like, still trying to do the nunchucks, but he falling all over the place, and the camera be like, "Hey, are you all right?" Like, he just fall off camera. Like, it's the funniest thing ever. But nobody had to tell me, like, nigga, don't try a backflip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody had to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody had to tell us. I don't even know. Like, I can't even remember. I can't even think of something stupid. No, even wrong. That's the very first video I ever watched on the internet ever.
I thought it was the real. Hold on. I think
Hey,
I thought I saw.
So you got to show them now.
I thought I saw this. I'm gonna play with no sound because sound might be copyrighted. You know how things is with the internet. Sounds might be copyrighted. All right.
It's gonna be tough with the lighting, but
I can't do it like that. You know what's crazy? They can see it. They can see it, but we can't see it till after. It was dizzy. Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. So anyway, that's the very first video I ever watched on the internet, right? And I never forget it. Like, but I just don't like, you know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that draw the comparison of taking, you know what I'm saying, people that didn't grow up with this, like people that just kind of popped up with it, you know what I'm saying, like but people that's been since they've been born, right? Since they've been born, they have had the internet around since they've been born.
So information, everything, seeing stuff that they're not supposed to see,
and they're dumber than ever. As far as like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do have to turn off the auto type or whatever on the phone. Cause I'm like, nigga, like I think I said it last show, like nigga, I could for the life of me, I couldn't spell tomorrow. Like, you know, I'm just sitting there like, nigga, TOMA, like what? Like what am I like? I couldn't spell tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And it happens. Like, so I understand that part. But as far as like having to be told to not bully or to stand up to bullies or any of that stuff, or nigga, not eat soap, you know what I'm saying? Not do these dumb challenges, you know what I'm saying? Not put yourself in danger or harm's way for people that have all the information laid out to them, like, but still have no common sense. Like, that falls to the parents to me. And it's hard to say because I don't got no kids, so I can't say definitively, but nigga, there's plenty of young people in my family. Nigga, I got kids without being biological. Like, nigga, I never had to tell my little cousin, you know what I'm saying, either one of them to, hey, nigga, don't stab your little brother challenge or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. Like, I never had to do that, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. So Janelle said when we was in the 80s, we was taught to take care of each other, and when one get in trouble, we all get in trouble. We was taught we got. Now these kids don't care. It's sad. These kids need a wake-up call. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But it starts at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, because clearly these celebrities don't give a fuck about our kids because they wouldn't be making these challenges. They wouldn't be doing all this stupid stuff when they know that these kids are impressionable, when they know that they can start a trend and then be even more popular. They don't care about our kids, so it started at home. So if you're a parent, you know what I'm saying, it's up to you to inform your kids of right and wrong, you know what I'm saying, common sense, and then to also let them know like it's all right to not follow the trend. Like, it's okay to not do what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? It's okay that like people gonna talk about you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that don't mean nothing wrong with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna say all type of stuff. Like, the most common black people thing, like, oh, they talked about Jesus and this and that. Like, but yeah, they're gonna talk about everybody. So don't let that deter you. You know what I'm saying? They put your hands on you, that's a different story. But if they just sitting there talking, don't let that be the source of your anger. You know what I'm saying? Because they talking, saying words that don't do nothing.
People just let people talk. You do you. Like, just because somebody else doing something shouldn't affect you.
That's it, man. People talk all day.
Now,
all day.
You know, so as far as the kid, what kids see online, I think there are, I'm gonna say influencers, entertainers, or whatever, who are aware of the fact. So they might, let's say corporate, like he be, he make funny videos talking about this and that, but it'll always be a message. Like in the last one, like part 3, Black Chicago, be like he got the he's trying to make the decision to retaliate on somebody who shot his sister, and then but you got the cop following him like the whole time. Yeah. So it's like, all right, so you already know what's gonna happen if you try to do something, and
just letting you know that it's consequences.
It's consequences to all your actions, or
even good ones. You know what I'm saying?
Or basically every day in the hood. Okay, you got some funny stuff, but then there might be some serious life-threatening situations
at all times.
You know what I'm saying? That you might have to go through. Okay,
But that don't mean you just lose your cool or stop thinking rationally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
like the one video he made, and dude was at the gas station, and what he say? He wanted to buy something, but dude was like, "No, buy, I got gas." So he was like, "I got gas." He was like, "No, I'm good."
I'm good.
So then he was thinking like,
"Nigga, my shit smoke. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Nigga, I ain't saying didn't. I just said I'm good." Like,
he said, "Dude, dude ran off."
Yeah,
but he was like, "I mean, I ain't have it on me, but
I could have had it on me." Or he's like, "Dude was big as fuck. Like, he could have beat me up."
Yeah, but then he was like, "That's how I figured I had to get back in the gym."
Yeah, like,
I had to get back in the gym.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, man, it's pros and cons to everything. And so when you do get these famous people or influencers or whatever that are, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more conscious or understand the platform that they have and try to use it for good or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, like, them is cool and whatever. And you always going to have people on opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm not saying that everybody got to be conscious or do the same thing, but at the same time, like, I keep talking about the 80s and shit, but like, think about Charles Barkley when he went through the "I'm not a role model" campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a pro athlete. Like, he's not raising your kids, you raising your kids. So ultimately, it's up to you. Up to you to raise your kids.
Just because you
like his shoes and shit, like, that don't mean that he raising your kids.
Just because he might say something outlandish on an interview after a basketball game, or what they were talking about back then. I mean, it doesn't mean that he's meant to. Be basically a Will Smith, the entertainment world.
Or the voice of reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, follow in Charles Barkley footsteps. Like, nigga, no, you gotta make your own journey.
Now, I met him in person, and dude, he act just like he act on TV. Say whatever he gonna say, but he's still, a very respectful person. You see what I'm saying?
You can do both.
Be yourself and still be respectful and not be an asshole. The people.
But kids ain't looking up to Charles Barkley like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they're looking up to Lil Uzi Vert or something.
These weird kids. Your mom said no child or adult should be bullied. I agree with that. Like, I hope that's not what's coming across is that, you know what I'm saying, we pro-bullying.
Like, somebody should be bullied on the internet.
Yeah, like, we're not for no bullying.
We're just talking about the word, like, as far as words.
Yeah, like, we said, like, what I'm saying is bullying happens and bullying has been happening.
It's still happening. And will happen in the future. But for some reason, it seems like kids are hurting themselves more nowadays than they was or than they ever been in the past. And yes, losing one person to suicide or whatever is never a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But it feel like the numbers, especially just not even forget that especially. I don't even want to use an example, but just kids nowadays don't seem and like bullying is bullying. Like, I agree with what you said earlier, what Janelle said earlier. Like, but at the same time, like, when you did get bullied verbally, like, you didn't go home and had these thoughts like, I'm just gonna end it all. Maybe you did, and maybe it was like, maybe it took your parent like, hey, let's let it go. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what you think it is, or whatever. Like, to give you those words of encouragement to keep you going, so you didn't think like, I got to kill myself or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that made it right. I'm just saying that parents then, it's felt like, or seemed like to me, that parents, like, kids was more like we as children, and maybe even the people, maybe the section under us, not under you. I am the section under you. I'm 80s, you 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I lived my childhood through the 90s.
I'm just saying. But anyway, just saying that kids don't seem to be as mentally tough as they were, and I'm just curious as to, like, why is that?
But some some kids do have mental issues.
Do you think autism and ADHD? You think that just popped up? Like,
no.
It was just not diagnosed.
But I think, especially in the Black community, I think it was downplayed. Like, Black people is impervious to mental diseases. Like, we can't have them, we can't get them. We're not supposed to have them. You weak. If your mind weak, you weak. But I think now with different artists like and different artists and athletes, trying to bring more awareness to it, and they in the public eye too.
Yeah.
So,
but that still don't mean that you should be like, oh, I got to do everything that Kevin Love do because he wrote an article in the sports whatever magazine about being depressed and playing basketball or whatever. Like, yeah,
no, he not. No, he wasn't. He got anxiety.
Whatever. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying that. Nigga,
DeMar DeRozan.
Just he still shouldn't be the guy, or none of these people, besides your people, your family, should be like, oh, you can have heroes and role models. You know what I'm saying? But they playing a role. Like, analyze that. Like, they are playing a role. That's why they're role models. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but okay, they're playing a role. Their role is to play basketball. Some of them like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about the kids. They're playing basketball. But then you got other ones like that understand the power that they have.
Yeah.
That they can sell. One basketball player can sell millions of pairs of basketball shoes just by dribbling the basketball. And imagine what they can do if they speak out against certain things or support certain things that they feel that need to be talked about.
I agree with that. But what I tell people all the time when you start talking about these people is that you don't know these people. Like, you only know what they want you to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only know LeBron for being hella good at basketball, opening schools, doing his charity work. But like, what if he beat his wife at home? You don't know this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't, you know what I'm saying? This is not even an opinion. Like, I don't think you do. But what I'm saying is, we don't know these people.
You can't be an athlete and beat nobody nowadays.
Well, goddamn right. But like, or nigga, what if he a high functioning crackhead or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying is, like, we don't know these people. So when you look at when these people are your role model, your hero that you look up to, you should use them as that. Like, they're playing a role, and I want that role in my life. Like, but I don't want to follow in LeBron James' footsteps, like, and be what LeBron James is. Even if you could, like, you know what I'm saying?
Better than LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but it all starts with having that mentality. Like, LeBron was one of those people that had that mentality, because when they did the documentary, he was like, and they asked him like, yeah, like, how do you feel? How do you feel about being? This is like high school LeBron. How do you feel about being compared to the next, or being the next Kobe Bryant? It's like, well, I can't worry about that. I'm trying to be the first LeBron. Nigga, that's the attitude. And he had a single mom, and he ain't smoked crack like she did allegedly.
But
my apology, undisputed.
And but early in LeBron's career, he wasn't slapping hands with the kids, taking pictures, nothing. Going straight back in the tunnel.
Nigga, that's it. Yeah.
But then when he went to Miami, I don't know what happened. But he came back slapping hands with all the
villain, nigga,
taking pictures down there.
Let's jump in these comments. So Janelle said, music has an effect on these kids too. We all as parents need to watch what our kids are listening to, because this new music teaches our kids to act in negative ways as well. I agree, but think about the kids that they're listening to. They're listening to Uzi is what, like 20, 21, 22, like young, mid, early 20s. Yachty, early 20s, like all these weird kids, or the weird kids. Like, they all in a mid to early 20s.
That Kodak Black yet?
Who?
That Kodak Black.
What about him?
It's fire.
The new, he got new music?
Yeah, no, one of the new, you can call them new kids, nigga young.
Kodak Black, you talking about?
Yeah.
He got new music or something? What you just bring him up for? I know who he is.
No, but I've been telling you to listen to him.
Oh, no, I'm not listening to his music. I'm not doing that. So anyway.
Fire.
Anyway.
It's not going to be what you expect, because I'm... The fuck? But it's not going to be what you expect.
Well, I just can't... I don't like his voice. I can't really listen. But, like, the same way with Boosie, I can't listen to his voice. The same way with every Meek album except for this last one. Like, I just can't listen to his voice. But anyway.
Hey, he wrote that, like Joe had an effect on his music.
Yeah, like, it sounded like different music to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway...
but we don't talk too much about music. We did that the
first time, yeah. so the kids that listen to this music, you know what I'm saying, my 22-year-old cousin, my 19-year-old cousin, my 16-year-old niece, like you know what I'm saying, like these kids, they're listening to people that's in their mid to young 20s, right? But when we was coming up, like they listen to kids that are going through what they're going through, allegedly, right? Or went through, saying not having a dad or whatever the case is. That's why their music sounds like it is now. You know what I'm saying? So these kids, or the kids that they listen to, it's the same. It's just like if my little cousin picked up a microphone and went and made a song, like it's the same. Like they listen to the same people, like you know what I'm saying? Like, but like when we was younger or whatever, like Tupac died when he was what? 25 or something like that. Like so he was in this. So when Tupac was making albums, when Biggie was making albums, like there was the same. You know what I'm saying? The same age range. So what I'm saying is, so this is not just the music having an effect. But like, why is it across the board that these kids, as a generation, are just weird or just mentally different? Like, what is like why? You know what I'm saying? So it's not just our kids and the stuff that they're listening to, because these people that they listen to is around the same age, the same way the people. I mean, for us, we was way younger, but you know what I'm saying, for the people that we look up to in the music industry, they was in the same age range, but they didn't think nothing like these kids do. And I know times change, but like just the mind is just way different now.
But you named Tupac and Biggie, but you forgot about Uncle Luke.
But he was older though. Like when Tupac, Biggie, that 20 between let's say 20 and 25 range, like Luke was still like in his 30s. Like Luke was older.
But still, I mean,
influential, yeah. But
like you can't forget about it was more conscious music back then, but you still can't forget about the NWAs and what at that time was just shocking. But they was really just talking about what was going on.
Just normal stuff in the neighborhood, right?
I mean, but still, us as little kids, like I said earlier, children are impressionable. So you got Snoop talking Eazy-E talking about some gangster shit. Like they're gonna believe that these artists who cannot do what they was doing in the streets because now they
spotlight on
they in the spotlight. They actually have a real job. They can't afford to. They not on none of that. But as a listener and as being a young, you really think these niggas is really still out here in the streets doing all this trapping and
but everybody ain't. Like nobody, like people didn't gravitate to it like they did now. Like so, yeah, listening to Scarface and all this stuff, yeah, it did make people go sell drugs or whatever so that they could provide. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever he was rapping about, like provide for his family or trying to get out the ghetto or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case was. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so what is that? Is that what changed? Like, is it the fact that these kids ain't in the hood? Like we talked about last show, where these kids ain't in the hood the same way. Or that the time has just changed, or like what? Like you know what I'm saying? Like what is it mentally? I'm just talking about mentally. What is it mentally that like why is it so different? Like why is the mental makeup so different? Like so as of now, we came up with two theories, like broken homes, generational broken homes,
drugs.
Well, that's right. I add that as one, and then like the different music. Oh, let me jump in the comments real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, why you look through the comments? But as far as the music goes, especially with Tupac and Biggie, Tupac, or actually especially with Tupac, though, he would he have his gangster songs or whatever, but then he'd still flip it on some conscious, But
yes, like that's what having a brain do. That's what you do as a person that has a brain. You're able to think about this stuff while you think about this stuff, while you focus on this stuff, but this is in the back of your mind. Like injustice in the back of your mind, but you still got a job to go do. At the same time, you gotta do shit that you wouldn't, that a normal person wouldn't do, but you're doing it because you got family, you know what I'm saying, you got kids or family, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's what people with brains do. Like they think about shit, like that's what they do.
All right, but what if these artists, because if you listen to a lot of artists that came up from the underground and listen to their music from the underground, and then when they went mainstream, like it's totally it's
way different.
It's way different. And that reason is because these labels, they want X amount of singles. They're gonna pick the producers they want you to work with. So it's gonna be according to then then they're gonna be like, well, this artist on our label had success making a song that he was talking about this.
So you should talk about it too.
We're gonna put you with that same producer and try to do like the same thing. So I mean, what you gonna do if you want a deal and they gave you this advance, you gotta pay that money back?
Y'all niggas
gonna flop.
Y'all niggas still taking advances, huh?
Hey,
huh? Y'all still taking advances? That's what y'all doing?
But here's the thing though. What if you're in a situation you don't got no money, made a little bit of money on the independent route?
So like, fuck it, just sell my soul, huh?
And they say, we're going to give you X amount of money.
Just sell your soul.
And you got a family at home starving.
Just sell your soul. That's cool. Just sell your soul. That's cool. All right, so wait, let me jump in here real quick. So Janelle said, as I see, depression is killing grown people too. Let's speak on that. All right, we can talk about depression. Let's talk about it. MDJ said,
what we got to talk about?
Yeah, depression is depressive. MDJ said, we don't know about suicide and stuff like, we don't know about suicide and stuff like that. Like, as a people, we don't. Angel said, bless you, I don't know what that is about. Janelle said, you're right, sister. But now it's common.
Oh, what your sister talking about? We didn't know about suicide and stuff like that? I mean,
no.
I won't say I didn't know about it. It was just something.
Because the news ain't the same, but it's still numbers. Like, you still can go look at the amount of number of suicides for teenagers and people in the early to mid 20s. Like, you can look at, like, the numbers still exist. It wasn't on the news every night like it is now with the 24-hour news cycle, but the numbers are still out there.
My mother said, very true. However, when someone says I'm being hurt, bullied, etc., we must believe and investigate as parents. True. And people need to stop labeling children as ADHD.
ADHD, because you can't read. I definitely agree with that.
I said ass. Ass ADHD, I'm making corrections on the fly.
All right.
What?
Nothing. That's all right. So I definitely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because people are so quick to label kids as this and that. What?
Some people say that's not even a real,
oh no, man.
Mental disorder. They say it's like just to put you on medicine. I seen somebody got diagnosed as that. And, there was talkative, this and that. They start taking the medicine, just quiet.
Well, it's a completely different person. And that might just be their personality. What if their personality is just somebody that's, talkative or just very expressive and very, just got to move and get stuff done. Like, so then you suppress their creativity, you suppress who they are as a person. So by putting them on medicine.
Teacher gonna say, he's moving around in my class, not paying attention. I think we should get him checked out. Like, not everybody can sit. That's not how not everybody learns one
same way. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay, somebody getting bad grades in school is because, or they getting bad grades in school, but, they always turn in their homework and their homework is good, but they just do bad on the test and in class trying to pay attention to what you're talking about.
Right.
I don't got time to be sitting here for hours on end listening to you talk about some boring shit that.
But you do though, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
But you gotta do it because especially, or they say you're gonna be a failure if you don't do
this standardized testing or whatever. Like, you got to do these tests. Right. I completely agree with it.
It's just unnecessarily strenuous.
Let me see. So Lana said, the time has changed. Yes, like we know that, but what about the mental fortitude? Like, what has it changed? Like is it that the internet is successful or more prevalent? Like, is that what it is? Like what is it exactly? So they say kids don't even really play outside no more. So, and Angel said they live on their phones and video games. Janelle said they
don't play outside. You can't play outside.
I don't know what Fortnite. Oh, Fortnite. That's what you said.
You can't play outside.
Yes, like this. So this is something else that I wanted to bring up was that, like, since they said that kids don't play outside, Angel said that they aren't too busy on phones and video games, which is true. But why is that?
I'd rather see on video games than outside.
But why is that though?
It's bullshit.
Exactly, because kids are getting snatched up left and right, or killed and stray bullets or whatever, and no, like that stuff could happen back then too, and it did happen back then. Like, but now it's at a much higher clip where kids just ain't coming home like they used to. The community, like we talked about before, ain't what it used to be, to the point where people in the neighborhood gonna look out for your kids. Like they got there's been plenty, like even when we was growing up, and this wasn't like a million years ago. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's almost 20 years ago. Though. That's crazy. Anyway, but 20 years ago, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, like so, it was a time where, so you play on the street, and like Muhammad, like he'll be like, oh, like y'all want to learn karate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever he was teaching.
It wasn't even. It was in the straight MMA before MMA.
Yeah, it was like
people even knew really about it.
Like, it was like, this is how you hurt people. Would you like to learn? You know what I'm saying?
You never forget how to hurt somebody.
I'm telling you, like I remember riding my bike to the store and I had like a chain or whatever, like wrapped around my handlebars. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, no, I'm just chilling. He's like, what's this chain for? I'm like, so I can lock up my bike. He's like, oh, I thought you were using it for protection. If you want to learn protection, like I'll teach you protection. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was dead serious, and that's just somebody that's in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't my dad or like I don't think him and Mo ever have a conversation that I can think of. You know what I'm saying? But he was somebody in the neighborhood that looked out for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Or what's my dude down the street? He used to just have like candy bars. It was on your side of the street, but it was down a little bit. It was just snacks and shit, like random snacks and shit. I don't know. But even before I moved on 90th,
I don't know who that is, but I did. But before that, I did have somebody who used to give out snacks and candy to everybody in the neighborhood too.
No, I'm just like
now that's not happening.
But that's
parents scared.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's not that. It's not just that.
Times have changed.
Yeah, it's not just that times or it is that, but it ain't just that kids want to be in the house on the video game at all times or whatever. Like, so yeah, I mean that shit is fun. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like outside no more. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the outside that we all remember.
Go to these. So-called dangerous neighborhoods that you hear about on the news. And
Ghost towns, man.
No one is outside.
Ghost towns. Like, the last couple times I went on 90, nothing.
No one is outside. Only people is outside if somebody's getting something.
Yes.
So no one is outside.
Yeah, I just don't understand, man. Let me say the simulation of electronics, maybe, and the goal lifestyle. I don't know what that means.
Oh, just on the go.
Oh, on the go lifestyle? Yeah, I agree with that. Like, because you don't have to leave, you don't have to go to the library to find out information where you gotta leave the house to go do something.
Mm-hmm.
Or they have printers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so even if you did have a computer, you had to put on a floppy disk and you had to go to the library to print it out. Like you type something.
Or you go to the library just to get on the internet.
Yes, period. Yeah, yes, just to get on the internet. So I think that it forced you to have interaction with people. It forced you to be outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you can't just be isolated. You can do everything on your phone. And don't get me wrong, it's great for certain things. You know, so it's great for I feel like it does more good than bad. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you still have the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't go away.
Like, the internet, just like you said earlier, the internet changed everything. Time just changed. Like, you can't even approaching a woman in person and try to talk to them is considered harassment. But you can go in a woman's inbox and
send them all
a million messages.
Yeah,
it's all good. Or it's the fact. Okay, I really think it is, since getting a number through an inbox is acceptable now, I guess, without actually meeting the person.
Yeah.
You never met this person. Like, people don't know how to talk in person as far as how.
Hey man, that's something that's crazy too. And since our you want some more of this? Since our
just one more.
since our audience is primarily female, I'm very curious to see about what y'all think about
Right.
the online interaction.
There's nothing like
niggas don't know how to.
You see somebody's eyes, you see their mouth move, you see their reaction when you say something. Like I hate texting. Because I can't see no reaction. Like I don't.
You can't get no feel for nothing that's going on. Like
like an exclamation mark. You probably not even yelling or whatever.
You don't really know, yeah. Like have y'all women that are watching or watch this later, even if you watch later, like just put a comment and let us know. I'm interested in knowing. Have y'all found that in this more internet age that people don't know how to talk to the guys or whatever your fix is? I'm just gonna say guys don't know how to talk to y'all. Like they don't know how to talk to women.
Like in person.
Like meeting somebody at a bar or a supermarket or anything. Like, have y'all found it weird when somebody come up to try to talk to y'all, like they don't know what they're trying to say or they stuttering? Not even stuttering. Anybody can be nervous, but I just mean like just don't know how to have face-to-face in-person conversation. Like, cause so while y'all, I know the video a little bit late, so while you catch up, I just want to tell you, nigga, that is the weirdest thing ever to me. Like to not naturally, like, cause I ain't have, you know what I'm saying, like I ain't have like no big brother, you know what I'm saying, person like that I looked up to, you know what I'm saying. I ain't have nobody that nobody my age that I really looked up to. You know what I'm saying? Like I had Antonio for a little while, like then we kind of fell out when I was younger or whatever. Like, but like I ain't have no person I looked up like male that told me like this is how you talk to women. Like, it was like a natural, or you just you live and you learn type thing. But like how do you not know how to talk to women? Like or like I see some interactions or just videos, and it could be fake because I don't know the situation, but I just be looking like, nigga, like, what are you doing? Like, really? Like, what made you say this to this woman that you're trying to court? Like, I don't understand it. Like, why are you saying this stupid stuff? Like whatever your goal, whether it's sex or relationship or anything, like, why are you saying that though? Like, this makes no sense. Are you boring or whatever the case is? I don't understand it. But I'm interested to hear how like y'all experience that have been, since y'all are actually women's like the gay dude at the church. I'm not gay no more. I like women's.
Pastor Ray said that. It's crazy.
That's funny.
But
somebody actually see that. It's not a mug, but this is a. I forgot what it's called.
I mean, it's nothing like.
What is this called? Decanter? I don't remember what it's called.
Growler.
A growler. What the fuck is it? Oh, decanter.
But it's nothing like meet a lady for the first time. Y'all smiling at each other, flirting. It just feels like the mouthpiece is just. The mouthpiece is just the best of them. You spend your best game. He can't be touched. You get the number, and then it's like, all right, I already feel the chemistry. We good. It's nothing like it. Like, how can you feel chemistry from a text message? Like, it's not. You can't do it. That's why emojis popped up, because I had a little bit of feeling, but it still ain't the real thing. I'm about to take a bathroom break while the comments roll in.
All right, I'm gonna give him some BS talk. So let me see. So my mother said. What? My mom and them, I guess, had to read maps. What? What were you saying on there? My mom and them had to read maps. We could print out directions to read and follow. These kids use Google. You use Google too all the time. Don't be camping out here. Like, but that's one of the good things. That's a positive. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about as far as like the internet, doing some good out here. Let me see. My mother said, I love kids and my grandkids, but we are not equal. What are you talking about? What does that mean? Like what? Now y'all gotta remember that the comments is kind of like we say something and then by the time y'all hear it, it's a little bit delayed. So clarify what you mean that you love your kids and grandkids, but we are not equal. Um, I show my jug. People communication suck. I agree with that. Trying to court, because that's what it is, man. Like, you know, that's how I tell you. It was a time where I was very good. What? Oh, because people be lying through sex? That's true. Ebony J said that was my post. Oh, no, Eb. So you said show the jug, but then your mother texted me and said to show it. I didn't see your message, but it was on there. That's not me. That was your sister. No, it says Yolanda Humphrey Monroe. I love my kids and my grandkids, but we are not equal. What does that mean?
She's trying to say she's your mother and she your grandmother. Y'all
Yeah,
can't never.
Who said it was
No
equal?
matter how old you is.
You hearing this? Nah. You at home? You don't got to drive.
Well, I guess the peer pressure prevailed.
I was about to say I ain't gonna leave it with you. I'm not leaving it. I was gonna say that, but I'm not leaving it.
That's your cut.
No, this is a free one. This is my cut. I'm not on the same level as my kids and grandkids. I love them both. What they are, whether they, I'm assuming, are 15 to 20 years under me. What is that? What are you talking about, though? I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. Like, who said you was equal with your kids? Don't mind us. We're just refilling and refueling.
Hey, this is a like to the bottle. It ain't perfect.
Oh wow, the craftsmanship. Oh shit, taki mushrooms. That's what my mom said. Shit, taki mushroom. That's crazy. I want a refund. Those niggas give me a refund.
I'll let you
refill my bottle.
I need.
So let me see. So maybe I'm sorry. I'm pausing because I'm just trying to wait to understand what she's talking about. So Ebony J said that was her referring to the comment of being friends with your kids.
Yeah, that's what.
Who said that though?
People communication sucks. Yes, I love it, Janelle.
Oh, okay, all right. So earlier she had said that there is no fear between parents and kids. Parents are friends with their kids. Okay, all right. I missed the first one, I guess. You know what? My mother been saying that for a long time, and me and Ebony make her. We go in on her every time. I'm gonna let her live today. I ain't about. I'm gonna let you support.
Who said that? You said.
Yeah, nigga. You know me. I'm the T.I. of the show, nigga. Vocabulary is tremendous. This is like I would show you. Your mom said, "Slow down on the alcohol." This is
What was she talking? She must have.
This is
you.
This is like I don't want to advertise, but this is just watermelon juice.
I never seen that flavor before.
Yeah, it's just watermelon juice.
It smells like it tastes good.
Smell like 20%. Anyway, 19.9. If it's 20, then they can't.
Really?
19.
They can't sell that at Walmart, or they can't sell the pre.
If it's 20, yeah.
It's in for the mark.
19.9 though.
All right, but it's tequila in there. I want to it got to be diluted somehow.
Not if you taste it.
But I'm saying if you make your own at home, it's probably more than 20%.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But if they made it 20 anyway, we can talk about liquor in a minute. So you messed up the show.
Almost exited out.
Almost. So all right. Look, I get what you're saying. That you're not on the same level or whatever as your kids. Like I said, we'll have that thing forever. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't agree with that anyway. And that goes for anybody.
Your mother told you to stop drinking.
That was your mother.
Your mother said stop drinking Emmanuel.
Oh, no. I refuse. And just since you said that, look, I took.
Your mother said these days kids are on the same level, not me.
Hold on, wait. I took that last shot was for your mom though. I know how much she love her Hennessy. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't want to start getting goofy after having this super serious show, but I just don't. So I'm assuming y'all didn't really say nothing about people trying to court y'all, but I'm assuming that that I don't know, like I don't know, like I don't want to assume on this. I want y'all to let me know that like, do y'all find that it's hard for guys to talk to y'all, and not because of who you are, what you do, your education, your job, or that stuff, but just having a normal conversation because of people don't have normal conversations these days. Like everything is through computer, through text,
right,
or online dating or whatever.
But it's still affecting the people who not even who didn't even grow up in the area in the era of internet only for everything. Because you got I don't even want to dive in these situations. I don't even want to speak on it, but
you probably shouldn't.
I'm not. But it's like, nigga, like it's just so hard to speak, nigga. Like I don't understand y'all motherfuckers. Like it's just weird to me. Like I don't know. Some people, I'm gonna say some people cool, but nigga, like it's just a simple conversation. Like then that made me feel some type of way, but at the same time, I was like, I don't give a fuck y'all niggas, but it's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you've been disrespectful. So you've been disrespectful. What is that telling me?
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's telling me. It's basically telling me, fuck me. You know what I'm saying? But then I think about this conversation that we having, that people fucked up because of the non-communication due to being force-fed everything through the internet, having to talk to everybody through text messaging. Like that's why they did away with free calling after 7, because niggas not talking on the phone no more. They're not making money. Like they used to, everybody want to text now. Now they getting people off the data plans.
Right. So, exactly. That's why they give away free minutes. Mm-hmm. The minute still costs. It still costs to make a call, but it's unlimited because people ain't doing it as much. Mm-hmm. Like so, since it's all these women in here, nobody, and I know some of y'all ain't single or been in a relationship for a minute. Y'all,
really some young blood.
But it's some of y'all that's young that people that y'all met people on the internet or whatever, or just not even on the internet, but just in real life, and they don't know how to have a conversation with you. But my mom said, yes, it is easy to text than to talk face to face.
Yeah, it's easier. It's more convenient to text somebody or whatever. But think of this: have you ever text somebody and ain't text you back?
Yeah, like dudes be sitting there.
Like, nigga, what? But when you talk to somebody in person, they can't avoid you. Then
Can you imagine walking up to somebody like, yeah, man, what's happening? And they sit there like, look. So they see your text, so they look at it, and they're just like.
That's what I'm saying. It's disrespectful.
Like, it's disrespectful as fuck. Like that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So since y'all, since y'all won't help us out, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna talk about the same way he was talking about people from a business standpoint or just a casual conversation standpoint, right, with younger people that don't know how to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying, with another person. And this ain't even about like dating or trying to get with somebody. Like this is just normal conversation with like between two dudes or whatever, and they don't know how to have a conversation. So I'm automatically like either this nigga being disrespectful or this nigga weird. And I also like either way, I don't want to be anything with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you being disrespectful, and that's some shit I don't stand for. Or I feel like I feel like are you weird and I don't want to associate with you. So wait, your mom says she's not a Hennessy drinker. Like, I don't know what you think this is. Like, Hennessy has not paid us any money.
We're never
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you think this is, but
like we made this ourselves. Like,
yeah, this is not.
We flew to Cognac, France.
Yeah,
and we made this. Or it's not for sale yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One day,
You know
one day you will see. You know, ePIFFany Cognac.
I understand. I understand what you might think this is. But Hennessy haven't paid or sent us anything for free. I just want to throw that.
Actually, this is Hennessy is inferior to our product that we have here. It's crazy.
But if Hennessy did want to send something, I would be glad to recalculate our.
No, this is ePIFFany brew. Hey, and secondly, just because I drink 2 beers does not mean I need to stop drinking alcohol. Like people think we just be think we alcoholics to drink a couple beers.
You know, we eat all type of stuff, like pineapple pizza, to make sure we're okay.
Hey, I forgot to get the pizza. Like,
I know, nigga, I know.
As soon as you just said it, I was like, damn, I forgot to get the pizza.
All right, so let me see. So Janelle said, no, they all cheating or lying. I don't even know what that means. FBJ don't know what that means.
Like what was Janelle talking about?
She said it twice. I don't know what she's talking about.
She said, Byron, it's the hardest situation. About what? I don't remember what I said. What I said?
Janelle said that?
Yeah. I don't remember what I said though.
I don't even see that on here, but Yolanda E said it's not right because that's not right because I can lie all day long. Well, Yolanda, you lie. MJ said or text, they take it the wrong way. Yes, because you can't understand. You can't hear purpose. Like you can't hear the inflection of somebody's voice. Mm-hmm. You can't hear anger through. So that's why texting sucks if you're in a relationship or having a real conversation because
you can't argue through a text.
Yeah, because stuff can be misconstrued so simple. Like when you letting it go, you're like, all right, it's cool, don't worry about it. But what they hear is it's cool. I'm like, don't worry about it. Like it's cool. And they're like, oh well, it's not really cool then. Like, tell me what's really going on. Like nothing's going on. Like you know what I'm saying? It's cool. And they hear like nothing. Like leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
What she said because you didn't want to talk about the situation and you kept saying nigga and laughing. What situation? I'm not
like we have no
I don't know. Like I don't know what you're talking about. What situation? And when you say that situation, I would gladly speak about it because since I didn't speak about this certain situation, I don't know what we talking about.
And why Amy keep saying bless you? Like who is sneezing? Like what is happening in the comments? What's wrong with y'all right now? Amy keep saying bless you. Ebony, said because so I think Ebony clarifying because you said because I have one, two, maybe 2 drinks, made me an alcoholic. Oh, you talking about from the 5 heartbeats?
Oh, no, most definitely not an alcoholic, man.
Oh, that's crazy. It's because I had 1 or 2, 2 drinks.
It's crazy. Like.
It's a horrible. It's a good movie that's just right behind the Temptations movie.
Like me getting drunk is a rarity. Like I said last show, I haven't been drunk since my what do you call that shit? Reception of my wedding. And that was 2.5 years ago.
And you hit that cigar that night too.
Yes.
Over the top.
It's done. But what's crazy when I do drink to that point, I don't forget a damn thing. I know everything was going on. So there's people out here that. You talk to them about what happened in the morning. They don't remember anything at all.
So my mother said, not just young, older people too. That's just the time we live in. So y'all find that even older. See, that's something I wouldn't be privy to of older people not being able to have a conversation. I don't really. I can understand it because. That is the time that we live in, but they still had 30 years of doing it the old way, you know what I'm saying? Or having a pager, you got to go to a payphone and call somebody back, you know what I'm saying? That's where you had to have a conversation. So I kind of find
conversation in the beginning. I'm still not understanding.
I don't know.
What conversation? Like we talking about?
Like at the very beginning of the show? Like when he came back from the toilet? Like I don't know. Why does Andrew
we talking about we talking about a wide variety of things, and one of I kept saying nigga didn't want to talk about what didn't I want to talk about? Oh, what I didn't want to. No,
depression.
Or she talking about when I didn't want to talk about. She probably when I said I don't want to speak on certain things when I'm talking about trying to talk to people and motherfuckers niggas can't even reply with a simple greeting.
Wow.
Yeah, certain things I'm not gonna talk about in full just because I'm smart enough not to talk about certain things, but some things
not on camera,
Yeah, but some things I ain't talking about. I'm talking about way worse things than well, I don't want to say way worse, but way more controversial things than that. But one day I will talk about it, most definitely, in full. Trust me.
So I don't know.
So yeah, you would never know, Janelle. I'll never talk about it until I talk about it.
I don't know, man. So I know it's about 7. We started late, but we'll end around here. But I just wanted to so to sum up today's show. Kids are different, and we don't know why. Like kids are just different. Like because we weren't able to agree as the parents. Like I think what I'm saying that the parents are solely like because you're the parent. You know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Whether your house is divided or not, you're the parent. Like it's your job to parent these kids.
Yeah, regardless of what's happening in the world, it's you.
It's you.
Smart enough to know. Okay, the internet is on some wild shit. I gotta be more proactive with
how I'm monitoring.
Right. Because look, you go to Google, you can find anything.
Hey.
Like
you remember the first thing that you like really tried to search on Google? I remember mine. The first thing I really searched was Janet Jackson's nipple slip at the Super Bowl. Nigga tore down Google every way I can think about it. Super Bowl Janet Jackson. They ain't come out with nothing, nigga. Nipple ring Janet Jackson Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It took some time, but I finally figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, so we understand that times is different. We understand it can be tough for older parents to understand. For real talk though. Or they can come to a parenting class of hers that's going to be presented by ePIFFany Media. Because we ain't doing no free advertising unless it's something that we working with. And I ain't heard nothing about nothing. I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, I know times have changed, and I know that things are different. I know for older parents, it might be tough to keep up with with all the internet and all that stuff. I completely understand that. But it's your job to do that though. Look, people with internet, YouTube, which is everybody, because y'all watching this, go listen to the song. You lying, Ebony J. We are your bosses, and don't get fired out here in front of everybody. No, so look, boy, so go listen, go to YouTube or wherever. Go listen to a song by Lupe Fiasco. It's called "Bitch Bad." I know y'all gonna hear it. Your mom gonna hear it. She ain't gonna go listen to it.
Bitch Bad.
Yeah, that's the name of the song, Bitch Bad. But you really should. I implore all parents.
And that's an artist that never hate.
Yeah, the president hate them, and they from the same city. The president, all right, man, we can squash, or not this current president, but Barack hate him. All right, cool, we can squash the beef. He come to the White House and perform, and he performed a song talk about he didn't vote for Barack. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hate him anyway. I'm so serious though. It's
how they catch a mic at the White House?
Yeah, the guy ain't vote for. That's why I ain't vote for Barack or the next one either. Nope, get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's a song called "Bitch Bad" by Lupe Fiasco, Lupe Fiasco. Go listen to it, and then because the entire song is talking about perception. It's talking about this newer generation. It's talking about parents that can't keep up with technology and how it's changing. How kids are able to search and find out stuff before the parent can even log on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so honestly, like, go listen to the song. It's a real good song. And the reason I say go to YouTube is the way you can watch the video, because the video give you a visual to go along with it, and it hits a little bit harder than if you just listen to the song. Like, it's a little bit easier to digest. But definitely go listen to it. That's everybody's homework. Go listen to that video. Go listen to that song. Watch the video, because it kind of ties into a little bit of everything we talked about, except for the bullying stuff. But everything else, talking, guys talking to women, the perception of different generations, parents not being able to keep up with technology, all that stuff. It all kind of fits into this one song. Like no joke, it's a good song. Go listen to it.
I'm trying to. I can't remember. Once again, it's another Lupe song off of Lupe's "The Cool." I can't remember the name. Goodness gracious! But in this song, he's talking about like 3 different type of kids, and he's talking about one kid who's like in the army and what's the terrorist group called?
Oh, that wasn't off the Cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
It wasn't off the Cool.
I don't think it was off the Cool. It wasn't off the Cool. It's only 3 Lupe albums that I know front to back: Food and Liquor 2, and The Cool.
Oh, you wrong, because we got to see. Like I said, Miss Humphrey, he been drinking too much. Like his mind is being warped by that poison that he's drinking. Now, I got it in my car, so I know for a fact.
You just burned it back hot.
But I gotta play it real fast and turn it. Okay, this is what's called. It's called Little Weapon. Let me see.
That's not on The Cool.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I can't play it because they're gonna cut us off. You know what I'm saying? But it's that song. It's called Little Weapon. Go look it up.
Which is just different perspective. Like,
it's a different perspective of, you got somebody in a terrorist group. You got a he says,
a white kid,
a black kid
from the hood.
And they all got guns.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, his is a good song, but it has nothing to do with anything we talked about today.
Yeah, I know. But we're talking about Lupe, so I just had to put that in there.
Mine is a good song, and it kind of summarizes what we talked about. So once again, it's called "Bitch Bad." Maybe I'll put the link out for the song after this. But yeah, it's called "Bitch Bad" by Lupe Fiasco. Definitely go watch it. Yeah, nigga, they're gonna shut the video down. But yeah, so I don't know, man. So like, I know it's no one answer, and I know that, you know what I'm saying, like, we definitely weren't gonna come out with it in 2 hours or an hour and a half. But that's what we do, man. We bring y'all the conversation.
Yeah, so
that nigga gonna die, like, they're gonna kill that nigga, man.
We're gonna end the show,
nigga, man.
We're gonna end the show, on a good note. So, this happened to. Almost on the lips.
Y'all can't even see.
He's dead.
Y'all can't even see what's
canceled.
going on, but
he is canceled from the show.
Jay-Z gonna kill that nigga anyway.
Jay-Z gonna make it like, come on.
And even when
he lost Angela, now he's trying to get Beyonce. Man.
When your best friend, your little brother say, "Hey, I know you got them killers. Don't send them at me, bro." Like, nigga, like, I mean, he got them killers.
But then you go on your last verse that you had on the Meek album, and you say what you said. I ain't even gonna repeat it. Man. You ain't say who you was talking about. Talking to. We already know who you was talking about. I'm just gonna take my guess, and you can say that. Man,
good luck,
and you got your own legal team out here.
Yeah. Anyway, that nigga's dead. So anyway, we'll end on the.
He looked cool. But trust me, he's seen the video. Niggas hit him, sent him. All right, man. We got.
Oh, you need me to fly out? He's like, "Why? What's happening?" And they're like, "Here, watch this." Ooh, anyway, we're gonna get out of here, man. Hey, everybody left already, but whoever's sticking around, I don't know who it is. I can't see right now. I'm just gonna assume it's Angela.
Y'all start cussing, so I turned it off.
That's what mom said.
That's fine. How it be.
That's cool, right?
Hey, it's crazy.
But like I said,
I can listen to a comedian doing all that cussing. It's funny. It was funny. We cuss.
Like we ain't funny. They just know it. That's all it is. But anyway, hey, I appreciate y'all joining us. Everybody that stopped in, even if it was just for a second, I definitely appreciate it. As always, man, I can't tell y'all how much I thank y'all for doing that. Man, I don't know what to say, man. I love doing these type shows. We get some real conversation, get some funny stuff sprinkled in.
Real conversation.
I hate to say, it's me, LOL.
And trust me, we're gonna keep saying the stuff that y'all that nobody else says because it needs to be said.
It need to be said. Like, don't get us wrong. Like, we like to have good fun times. Like 2 weeks ago, we like to have good fun times. Of course, no matter what we're talking about, and try to bring some levity to it.
Right.
Some
we don't want to be serious all the time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, sometimes you got to say or talk about stuff that ain't popular. And even if we don't get no viewers and somebody watch it later, then cool. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? We wearing the opposite logos, yeah, on the hats.
Oh, yeah. See, you
got the white with the black. I got the black on the white. But yeah, man, like I said, for even the people that watch this later or whatever, I definitely appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all support, watching, commenting, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with us. The only thing y'all missing is drinks too.
Right. Get your drinks, relax. If you see us pour something up, y'all pour something.
Yo, Duke lost.
Relax.
I said Duke lost by 1.
I mean, I had a feeling they was gonna lose.
And who lost earlier? Kentucky lost too.
Who did they play?
Kentucky?
No, Duke.
I don't know who Duke played. That's crazy though.
Well, somebody going straight to the league. No,
Duke. 3 of them niggas going straight to the league.
So we're gonna see who we gonna get. Season over.
Yeah, it's over with. But yeah, like I said, man, we appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't done it already, make sure y'all rate us, give us a review, let us know how we're doing. Do us a huge favor and share this video for us. Just let us, show us show us a little bit more support.
Yeah, continue to show us support. Like you said, go and review us.
Showing that video, man.
I'm
trying to get this nigga killed, man. Why?
Go and review us and everything. And and most definitely we got something special coming. I hope we can get all y'all involved, in it.
So we're gonna need y'all to be involved. I'm hoping this is a big week, and I'm hoping that by next week's show we can have an announcement, man.
Right.
I'm super excited about it.
All right, we'll set a date for it and everything.
This is gonna be a big week, but like I said, once we get everything confirmed, then we got a huge announcement. We hope that y'all all be a part of it. Definitely go watch. Since your mom came back, I'm gonna tell her to make sure you listen to that song. Make sure you watch that video, that "Bitch Bad" by Lupe Fiasco. It's important. You should send her the link, so she just got to click on it. He ain't gonna do it. I'll post it. I'll post it on here, and then y'all can just watch it. I think it's an important video. I think it's a real good listen. Other than that, man, we're gonna head out of here. We'll see y'all next week, hopefully with a big announcement. Until then, I will drink today and a little bit tomorrow, and then no more the rest of the week until Saturday. You got my word on that one. So.
I don't even keep beer in the house no more. It's crazy. But yeah.
You knew there. Keep that lit like in there though. Anyway, yeah, y'all have a good time. Have a good Sunday. Have a good week. I hope y'all enjoy bowling. If y'all still bowling. Y'all still bowling?
3 more weeks though.
I
ain't gonna speak about it, But if you know, you know.
No, must be trash. So I'm gonna say this: salute to the city as always, man. And actually, I was gonna come up with a new catchphrase for today's show.
I'm gonna have try some trophies. I'm gonna have fantasy football championship ring. Then I'm gonna have a trophy right here and a trophy right here in about 3 weeks. Well, actually, 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks. Trophy. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Remember to own your own at all costs.
Or sell your soul for some money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do. I was playing. All right, man. Yeah, send your mom the link. It says send her the link. Send her the link. All right, Angela, and whoever just joined, I don't know. But y'all have a good week, man. We'll talk to y'all soon, of course. And like I said, we'll see y'all next week. Next weekend. See y'all Sunday. Hopefully with a big announcement. I'm excited about it. And we damn sure gonna need y'all help. So be on the lookout for that coming soon.
Yep.